New Orleans Pelicans fall to the Phoenix Suns 111 to 124. Let's talk about it here on Pro Pels Talk.
First took away. That's for this. Get your money's worth out.
Pro Pels Talk provided to you by Company Burger, located at 4600 Forest Street. UFC 281 is live from New York this Saturday. Get closer to the Octagon with DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 on UFC 281 and get $200 in free bets if your fighter wins. Check this out. Right now, everyone can earn up to 100% boost with DraftKings stepped-up parlays. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, place a parlay today with 3 or more picks and combine multiple bets like which fighter will win, total rounds, and more. Bet on Najee. Discuss your experience with the app, upcoming fights, your picks, your own parlay. With payouts bigger than ever, DraftKings Sportsbook is where I go to place a bet on UFC. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code BOOT. Throw down $5 on UFC 281 and get $200 in free bets if your fighter wins. That's code BOOT this Saturday at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. All right, y'all. Game's over. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing, fellas?
First of all,
Great.
your ad-lib game crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. Great read, bro. Great read, bro.
Appreciate it. Oh, man. Hands are still. But go ahead. Oh, yeah. I don't know about that one, Chris. That might have been a reach. But go ahead. How y'all feeling, man?
I mean, we stole one versus Dallas. You know, we were trying to steal another. It's kind of hard when the other, you know, a team like Phoenix seems like a intelligent team. They see what's about to happen. You know, the lineup that you already played. You're gonna try to do that against them. They're the seasoned people. They're coming off of a big win versus Golden State. So even though Devin Booker didn't have a good game, CP mentally is, you know, smarter than probably most of our team, right? You know, 99% of our team. You know, they killed us in a high pick and roll. They got what they wanted. You know, they closed the game up.
I mean,
so I don't know if y'all remember, but a few years ago, this is before the Clippers got Paul George and Kawhi, and they were going against Golden State. They played against KD, and they had Patrick Beverly and Lou Williams up at the podium, and they were asking them like, well, you know, could you have done anything better against Kevin Durant? And Lou was like, I promise you, we tried. Like, and that's exactly how I feel about like tonight's game, man. I mean, you know, you got another good Najee performance. You know, Trey has some moments. Like when you down that many people, you almost got to be perfect. And when you start off 27-21, and you know you get the Phoenix starters off the bench, DeAndre Ayton doesn't come back in the game. Your best bet is to kind of build some steam there, but they couldn't get enough from the bench. You know, all of your impactful wings for the most part are out. So, like Five said, they're killing you on high screen and rolls because you can't get around them. So the guys are getting wherever they want to on the floor, and it just put a bigger onus on them to hitting more perimeter shots. And the only guy you could really count on at that point consistently was Trey. They put all the pressure on him to pretty much make all his shots. That's just kind of what it was. So look, man, like you said, Chaz, they got out of the game with Dallas with a victory. You'll take that. They fought hard tonight. I am proud of that. They should have lost this game by 30, you know, and a lot of respects coming into it when you consider everybody that's out. You know, ice up, pack up, and get some more guys back on the floor for Sunday's game against the Clippers. Let's move forward.
What's your thoughts, Lito?
man, I feel like, you know, everything actually everybody else just said. I mean, this could have been a 30 to 40 point loss. Like, you know what I'm saying, considering who you got out there. You gotta give them that they fought. They had the heart, they showed heart. And I mean they had like damn near 3.5 good quarters of basketball. I just feel like the thing is when Ayton go out, like you gotta give JV more touches on the other side, right? Like you gotta get him involved. I mean, he was 11 for 16, I think. He still had a double-double, and I know we got killed in a high pick and roll with him, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's that the only way to refute that is to go back to him on the other side, right? Najee played great. I literally have nothing bad to say about Najee. Like Najee is a glue guy.
Better not say
Trey,
nothing bad about Najee.
yeah, man. Shout out to Najee and his brother. I can't think of his brother's name, but shout out to you.
Craig.
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 That's
Yeah,
ironic, ain't it? Because Debo got. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nah. I don't know what it, man. Shout out to the Marshals. Shout out to the Marshals. Yo, I mean, CJ had a pretty good game. Distributing the ball again. Like he had 9 assists. He's still not shooting he's not shooting up to his potential that we know of. But again, like he's bearing so much weight of the offense at this point that it's kind of hard to do that. But the one takeaway I got from this is what I said from the last game. Last time when Trey went 8 for 8, I'm like, yo, I know we excited about that, but that ain't good enough for me. Like once you seen 8 for 8, you should have been fucking like, nah, you gotta get a miss. You gotta keep shooting till you miss, right? So tonight he shot 9 shots. Nah, man. Trey gotta shoot double
16,
shots.
brother. We need 16.
Yeah,
Bro, he gotta get double digits. Like
but that's on the team.
Yeah,
that's on
the team.
That's on the coaching staff. You got to run more plays. It can't just be, on a break, Trey find your spot, and we're gonna throw it to you like we run a pickup. No, I mean, you got to consistently run plays to get him more involved, run more actions for him, versus just hoping that somebody sags defensively or gets lost in the ball movement and the ball finds Trey. And the guys on the floor are doing a good job of finding them. But I think as the season progresses, you got to find ways to get them on the move more. Some of the actions that we saw in the Brooklyn game, and just game in and game out. You see what you got. He's a bona fide shooter. You got him on the move. Put the ball in his hands a little bit more, because especially when you this underhanded tonight, you want to give him a lot more shots than just 9. Shout out to Jose. Jose shouldn't have shot more shots than Trey tonight. That's just not the case. Like Najee played well. You want Trey to shoot more than him. That's your money guy right now. It's one of your guys. You gotta be a point of emphasis.
Right.
Right.
You want to add something?
Yeah, man. That was a point in the game where I felt like we had a chance, right? It was a play where Larry, it was a high-low. We got it to Larry from Jonas.
Yeah.
Hey, Larry blew the layup.
Yeah.
Right. And then they go on a fast break. Devontae gets a steal, throws it to Jose. He throws it, tries to go back to Garrett Temple, and that's a steal. And then they get a layup. That may feel like only just 2 points, but that's a total 6-point swing.
Yeah.
And it hurts because it was at a pivotal point in time where you could have cut it to single digits, and you didn't. And the next time that happens is probably later in the fourth quarter, where we started to get a little rhythm, and we give up a Larry loses the ball, and we give up an offensive rebound, and they get a layup off Torrey Craig. And I'm like, that's what I'd be referring to, especially in games like this. Can we get stops when we need to, and can we take care of the ball when we need to? Like, we got to get this, this bugaboo of turning the ball over so goddamn much. Like, get that out of our systems where, when we're down 3 people, or when Brandon's out, Zion's out, we still know how to execute in a way that's beneficial. We should have been playing slow and not fast this game. The advantage was inside.
I think you run into that a lot when you see guys playing out of their role, or sometimes when there's too much freedom in the offense because people are injured. Because like the last couple games, it's like our turnovers are like slapstick turnovers. It's not just a live ball turnover. The ball bounce off your knee onto another dude's head, land in the other dude's hand. He lays the ball. It's just like, it's leading directly to points. Calm down. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a home run. Every play doesn't have to be a home run. We don't necessarily have passes like that in this offense. To your point about CJ, Lito, man, you know what I'll say about CJ? I've been impressed with his ability to do other things with it when his shot's not falling. He's been facilitating well for the most part. He's been playing defense, giving his best effort for the most part. But again, like we spoke about before, this is a very short-handed team. As far as like panic, Do you guys have any panic whatsoever now that you're seeing injuries early, or just kind of something you expected going into it?
I don't have panic. No, not especially not what that was the 5th game. I don't have panic there. But if I could be petty for a second, I like to reinvoke something that I think we all stated earlier, right? That like, people were saying the 15th man on the roster don't matter. And come on, dog, don't do that. It's 12 o'clock. Like, well, you don't got people were saying a 15 man on the roster don't matter. And like, I'm looking at it like, Chaz has often said you're not gonna get 82 games out of Zion or Brandon as a collective, right? So like at that point, when you're looking at the roster, the 15 man on the roster matter because like, yo, he's coming into the game. Exactly, bro. He's coming into the game. Yo, and then the other thing, don't fly my man De'Aaron out the C-run out all the way out there if you go give him. Like you could have put that man in the game early. Like he had energy, he's got athleticism. Sure, he might not know the game plan, he might not know the plays, but he young and he athletic. Get that man some tickets.
And they needed a spark. And look, like here's the thing, like games like this, they put a microscope on the fact that some of the parts on the team, some of these guys, Devontae Graham, Hernan Gomez, I mean Temple 9 out of 10 won't touch the floor if the team is healthy. But you have parts on the team that only work well when stars are healthy, and that's fine. I mean, a lot of teams are built that way, but it still doesn't mean that down the line you can't look for more interchangeable pieces, guys that are able to step out of their role comfortably when crisis, averts, when things break down. It's very tough to watch Devontae Graham catch a switch with a center, and he's still putting hesitation moves because he can't get past them. It's just with the quickness, with the ability to put the ball on the ground, he's just not comfortable. But
why you can't get past him though? Why you can't get past him?
That's tough. And look, I get it. You're missing Herb, you're missing Zion, B.I., and Dyson.
No,
so
no,
that don't have nothing to do. Yeah,
don't save him.
Yeah, that don't got nothing to do with you getting past him.
If you're Devontae, you got to be able, dog. You can't have Jock Landale on you on a switch, and you cannot get past them. You just can't. You can't be a 6'2" spot up shooter with the responsibility in that offense, and you having the ball in your hands as much. It's just I don't give a 6'1", 6 feet, however tall because if he's a spot up shooter, he shouldn't be running the offense when the team is broken down like that and they have that many injuries. Find a different alternate. That's just
That was a point in the game where he was the primary ball handler, and I think it was him, Garrett Temple. Garrett Temple had to bring the ball up, and I'm thinking to myself, there's no creation. Like, this would be like when you were in high school and your coach tell you got to run like your motion offense just to get a bucket because we have nobody that can go out there and create. Like, we used our bench tonight, and we couldn't. There was points in the game where I was like, how are we going to score? How are we going to get buckets? It was going to take Najee trying to make something happen out of nowhere. We got to share that part of our bench up.
For me personally, I'm glad tonight happened, right? Just because you needed something like this to kind of remedy the Dallas game, right? Yeah. Sometimes there has to be a balance. That's not normal what happened with Dallas. Just like tonight is not necessarily normal. It's probably more of the norm if you're missing 5 players. But I think it goes to show that this team is very susceptible to injury. And at one point, man, the best Pelican on the floor, the best self-creator on the floor was Najee. And then at another point, it was 5'11" Jose Alvarado. Respect to those brothers, right? Like, you just spoke about GT bringing the ball up the court. People can't wait for Kyrie to come back. GT was bringing the ball up the court when Kyrie was here.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to bring in talent because you see how susceptible this roster is to injury at this point. It's like, of course, you don't got to do it tomorrow, but I think we need to kind of put some of it to rest where it's like, oh, no, we can sustain if guys are out for an extended period of time because it's like, why put your 30-year-old vet in CJ through that? Why put Jonas through that, who just played extended minutes, overseas? Like, why do that if you don't have to?
Because you're expecting contributions from people that just aren't giving you anything. Jackson Hayes is giving you nothing this season.
Oh, I'm glad you queued that up. Can we pour it out for Jackson Hayes? Can we just pour it out for Jackson Hayes?
He's giving you
bro.
absolutely nothing this season, bro. It's tough. Schmidt replied, Larry made a couple good plays early, and I think it was the first quarter, second quarter. I don't remember what it was. And he mentioned about, the only problem in that lineup is you can't rebound. But Jackson Hayes is on the fucking floor. And it's like, bro, it's your job at that point. If Larry got the center boxed out, he's 6'7". He's obviously not getting a rebound. The center is reaching over his head. Jax, right. It's your job to crash and go get that, brother. What are we doing?
Man.
What are we doing, Jax?
We not.
Exactly. We're not. We're not.
We saw Keebler get 2 huge offensive rebounds. No Jax.
Listen, and we gotta understand, Chaz, you funny. Basketball, it's not just highlight plays in basketball, right? Like getting a rebound can make you a multi-millionaire. Like Absolutely. The ability to get it, like it can make you a multi-millionaire with ease because you have the wingspan, the athletic ability, and just the basketball acumen, just like, all right, the effort to go get a rebound. And that man just doesn't want to use his gifts.
You can't put that shit on Instagram. You can't put a rebound, a nice rebound, a nice seal, a nice box out on Instagram.
But Chris, come on. He's only like 19, bro.
Bro,
like,
he's
not.
Hey,
that's so frustrating. Listen. That is so frustrating.
Do you remember? Do we recall the San Antonio playing game where Jose had like 10 rebounds, 11 rebounds, something crazy like that?
Josh Hart would have had like 13 rebounds.
Josh might have had like 60 tonight, son.
Yeah, he might.
Josh would have had 2 points, 60 rebounds, and he'd have had 4 fouls. But look, the thing about like this particular game is like, right, like we light from missing who we missing, right? This is a perfect game for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a perfect game for you, dog. All you got to do is just come in and be great at what the physical tools you already have. I'm so tired of I've been asking for months, years maybe. What is this brother's skill, right? And you know what people keep telling me? Athleticism.
What?
Well, fucking show that. Do that. Be athletic and go get a rebound.
Lito, he got 1 in 8 minutes.
Man, that's
1 assist and 1 rebound.
That's terrible.
He's already had success against this team. You already know what you can do with them. Like you was changing the series last year.
Shoot the corner 3? That what you're talking about?
No.
Oh, all right.
Defending the pick and roll, he was. But you know why? Probably because JaVale McGee's not there. He don't see like his future self out there making the right plays, so he don't got nothing to go by. Like, that motherfucker wish he was playing. He's not even playing like JaVale.
Check this out. For the people that's gonna watch this, and you gonna try to talk to Chaz. Stop disagreeing with Chaz. It's gonna save you a lot. Just you ain't gonna get a headache anymore. Stop disagreeing with Chaz. Right. Let him say what he want to say. He's gonna back it up by valid points. Stop disagreeing, because at the end of the day, when he's right, you're gonna have to apologize. And you're gonna feel stupid that you gotta apologize when you didn't even have to disagree with him. Just let him say what he's gonna say.
Well, you gotta crawl your ass back to YouTube.
And you know what's ironic?
I humbly apologize. I want to publicly apologize to Cheddar Chaz. You're a grown man typing. I want to publicly apologize to Cheddar Chaz.
And you know what's crazy? We played in Phoenix, right? And look what they saying. I'm sorry I laughed you, Martin. But I just didn't want to go to Arizona.
No, listen. Hey, look. Anybody, I promise you, we're not even frustrated about this game. This game, it's game 5. It is what the fuck it is. But there are certain players on this team that people thought with a healthy roster were going to play that are frustrating, whether or not the team is healthy Oh, they aren't. It is what it is, and we got to stop copping pleas for those individuals. Eventually, those people will have to go for this team that has been fighting, that beat Dallas, that had no business beating Dallas, is off to a 3-2 start to reach their potential. Because look here, the opportunity is there. Western Conference Finals is like that's in reach.
It's wide open, pause. It's like, cause
it really
the Clippers
is,
look
though.
old, bro. Like Denver look flabby and sick. Yo, it's possible. Yo, you get your act right. You could do it, though. Like,
these dudes believe, like
Bojan.
I think I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying Bojan is leading the lead in 3-point percentage
in Detroit.
We can use him. We can show you.
Yeah.
And I gotta make everyone.
We too good for Bojan, Lito.
Yo, please don't, and shout out to old boy, whoever you are who watched this video and asked me every time. I don't know if you're talking to me or Justin. You asked, do I still want Kevin Durant? Like, I don't know what type of question it is and what type of answer you think you go get. But if you ask me if I want Kevin Durant, I want Kevin Durant every time.
Yes.
So if you want to keep this up for the next 80-some games, bro, we could really do that. I'm gonna respond every time. I swear to God. But the markings of a good team, dog. Like you're really only as good as the bottom of your roster, right? So when that shit turned over, like every year, it gotta get better because they gotta catch up to the top of the roster. So if you looking at this team and see, that's what I was saying, like coming into the season, like, all right, sure. You know what, Chaz got a valid. Chaz was like, this is a typical situation. And it kind of is. Like, this is New Orleans basketball. We deal with injuries. Like, this is not a atypical type deal where, like, B.I. not gonna get hurt or like, and look what we get hurt on. Like, this is no disrespect to them, but I'm just saying, like, if you looking at, like you thinking of like a real injury, right? Like the things
a bruised ass, a bruised ass, and a friendly fire concussion.
It's crazy, dog. Like when you think about that, like you got, and now like look what you're dealing with, bro. Devontae Graham is the creator off the bench. Like he is initiating the offense, son. If I see that fake ass Hezzy one more time, like if I see that, bro, he was out there. He had Landau, right, and he went between the legs and he backed up. I was like, oh, he about to go because he had the foot behind him, and I thought he was about to take off.
Yo, you see Jock Landau, you're supposed to clear everybody the fuck out.
That's barbecue chicken. That's chicken. Hey, that's food. That's food right there. I'm trying. He's trying, Chris.
Has he? I think there was a stat that said that he didn't make he hasn't made a 2-pointer this year.
Wow. Yeah. I think he might have corrected at this game.
I didn't see a 2. He made a couple free throws. But I'm saying like
he made both of them. So that's closing thoughts, fellas. I gotta get out of here. My nose bleed. Thinking about Najee got my nose bleed. I'm about to go in the back.
Bleed?
Nose bleed. But go. What else? Boy, look. Say Najee name. I just thought. Hold on.
It's bad, bro.
I want to spend Chaz money. Let me get. But go ahead. What y'all got? Closing thoughts. How y'all think the rest?
We got LA Sunday. Clippers Sunday. And we got the Lakers. When is the Lakers game?
Wednesday.
Okay, cool. So look, the Clipper game. They got a lot of depth on their team. I don't know. They play load management, but they are not looking very. They are not looking very well. This man here is. This man here is insane. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that game could go either way, like, to be honest, especially if Herb and PG them and I'm saying depending on the probabilities of the doubtfuls that's been, god damn, man, we miss Dyson Daniels. Yo, like, forget everybody else. Forget everybody else, dog. Like,
how did Dyson get hurt?
I think I saw him hurt his. I remember seeing him hurt his ankle. But it was like one of them things where he just ran it right off. But
I think that's the same ankle that he's been having trouble with since like summer league. So
shit. Even Jose hit the ground a lot, though. I'm like, the last 2 nights, Jose been going through it. Yeah. Like, so you might. Who knows?
Hey, but look, that Laker game though. I ain't really trying to lie.
Just don't lose to the Lakers. You can go
I
ahead and
can't
say
take
it,
that
bro.
loss.
Just
I
don't lose to the
can't
Lakers.
take that loss, bro. I
Yeah,
can't take. You cannot get them, bro. If we get them their first win, I swear to God, I'm going to lose it.
Look, man. I think they're finally in a situation between how hard they're playing, the coach that they're running behind, and the pieces that are on the roster to where they don't need everybody healthy to beat certain teams. And we're finally here. Everything doesn't have to go right. So if you get back Zion and you get back Herb, could you beat a Clippers team that just lost to the Thunder back-to-back games? If Kawhi doesn't play, yeah, I think so. I think you can. We watched Jonas go off for a career high against the Clippers again. Yeah, I think so. Can you beat the Lakers? We don't know when Anthony Davis is going to return. If it's just Zion and Herb, or Zion and Dyke, can you probably do that with this team the way you're playing? I think it's a possibility. But dog, I'm hoping. Huh?
You can't lose to the Lakers, dog.
No. But please, if you lose the game,
dog.
don't lose to the Lakers.
Yeah,
just
don't lose to the Lakers. You can't go 0-3 on this trip.
Even
you can't
if you
go
rest
0-3, dog.
everybody for the Clippers game, you don't lose to the Lakers, though. Like you can't do that.
Bro, did y'all see the Lakers starters tonight? Like, did y'all see the lineup?
You know what's funny? They actually played not so bad. That go to show you how terrible the Wolves are. The West wide open right now, yo, bro. If any team that start off like fucking 10-4, 10-3, they're gonna be hard to catch. Because the West is crazy right now. I think the Blazers just bust some ass last night, Paul. I mean today, Paul. That sounds crazy.
Did? I thought okay.
I think the Blazers won, huh?
Yeah. They beat Houston.
You know what?
Yeah,
that might be.
Okay.
When we look back at that trade with CJ for Josh, that might be the most even trade.
Yeah.
When you go back and look at it, it might be the most even trade that you'll ever see.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams won.
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Culture, everything, just across the board.
Yeah.
So
Josh got his money.
So
they'll be all right. Don't sustain no more injuries.
Yeah.
Hey, before we get out of
go ahead.
I was about to say before we get out of here, man, I've been evaluating everybody like performances and shit like that, man. We professional athletes, so don't be up here like eating no Popeye's chicken. Don't be up here, you know what I'm saying, celebrating that.
Man, I swear, Ant-Man got to steal off that boy, man.
He probably slapped him already.
Got to.
Yeah, that was wild. That doesn't make me happy. That doesn't make me happy.
You saying this, like
that's crazy.
Yo.
That's crazy. A man get on a press conference after a loss, where he didn't play well either, and talk to me about my diet
in front of everybody,
in front of the entire press for the national media to see.
You telling me how to take care of my body when you just lost 30 pounds mysteriously? What are we talking about here?
And they don't call that man Cat for nothing.
And that's been another episode of Propels Talk.
Propels Talk.
Brought to you by Clifton Burger, located at 46
Street. About to get some Popeyes, man. It's all good.
You know I'm saying UFC is coming up. Bet on Najee the Menace, boxing out of New Jersey, aka Jersey, my dog.
The whole family too. The dad too. Like the brothers. Like, we need the whole family. Of them.
Let's
get everybody up here.
Yeah,
Let's get them all up here. We need them.
Get all the marshals. They be like, the Warriors are coming. It's the Warriors.
Nah, the Marshals coming.
They ain't gonna let us recap another game.
This probably it. I think we're gonna go in another direction.
This is the cultural Propels Talk tonight.
Right.
Ross and Justin logging in right now. Like, all right, man. Wrap it up, B. Wrap it up.
I'm about to end it now. All right, y'all. See y'all in Clippers.